What is up, guys? I'm Neal Jolly and welcome inside Jolly Studios, where we talk about everything cameras to sneakers. And today we're talking about the Reebok Question Mid Iverson and Harden. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the channel and checking out today's video. I'm so glad to see all of you guys here. We've got a collab between Reebok and Adidas and Allen Iverson and James Harden, and I'm so excited for this collab because of the crossover, and no pun intended on Allen Iverson's part, because he is the crossover, and the step back, which is James Harden, bringing both of their games in their very own unique respective ways on how they've changed the game to this sneaker. And so there is quite a bit of storytelling with this sneaker. The colorway is one that I was really excited about as well, and so I'm so excited to be reviewing this sneaker with you guys today. But first, let's get into the unboxing and then moving into the in-depth review of the materials on this sneaker, giving you guys an on-foot look, and then finally my verdict on whether you should shoot, hold, or pass on your shot at these sneakers. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. Coming in a black box with respective athlete branding along the top and both Reebok and Adidas branding on the sides. Upon flipping the lid open and resting inside all over Iverson and Harden branded white tissue paper, the question mids come as is with no other dressings inside the box. Highlighting two game changers, one of which is already in the Hall of Fame and the other that I expect to be in the Hall of Fame in the future, and that is James Harden. This is a sneaker collab between Adidas and Reebok, and this sneaker collab is able to work and is seamless because Adidas actually owns Reebok. And so we've got a Reebok athlete in Allen Iverson and an Adidas athlete in James Harden coming together in a colorway that represents what you could see as a Houston Rockets themed colorway, as well as a Philadelphia 76ers colorway, but a perfect collab that represents that red, black, and white. And this was one of the sneakers I gave my initial thoughts on in my recent video where I talked about some of my recent sneaker pickups, and one of the things that did jump out at me in that video was the sneaker quality. When I removed these out of the box, I was looking at that leather. We've got some really nice thick cut leather, genuine leather that looks really nice. And so let's get into the in-depth review of the materials on this sneaker, starting from the front to the back and from the top to the bottom. Starting at the toe box, we've got some really soft white leather, and upon pressing on the paneling, you can see how the leather molds to the touch, and because it is so forgiving, you will notice every wrinkle and bump on this leather. Moving into the lacing system, we've got these black rope laces with red accents that are weaving through 6 lace loops on each side, and on the medial side you'll notice each lace loop spelling out Harden letter by letter, which on a standard pair would otherwise spell out Reebok. Behind the laces, we've got a black leather tongue that feels soft and lightweight on touch, and moving to the top of the tongue, we've got the Reebok Vector logo embroidered in red with this red trim along the fringe. Sliding over to the midfoot, it's almost identical on both the lateral and medial sides, with the exception of the Reebok Vector logo highlighted in red on the medial side, whereas it is embroidered in black on the lateral side. And the leather quality here is quite thick and soft on touch, which makes for a quality build. Moving to the back of the sneaker, we've got a black vinyl panel along the ankle with the question branding, and on the heel where we normally see the iconic number 3, we've got the James Harden branding in black and white. Moving inside the sneaker, we've got a plush and padded red sock liner and a red insole with the Reebok branding in black on the heel. Sliding down to the midsole, we have a white chunky midsole that runs along the whole sneaker with 2 hex light bubbles on both the lateral and medial sides. And on the bottom of the sneaker, we've got a full white rubber outsole accented by some red Reebok branding and the hex light cushioning system on the heel. But now it's my favorite part of the video, where I finally get to throw these sneakers on feet, style them, and give you guys a closer look. When it comes to sizing, the Reebok Question Mid, Iverson and Harden are advised to fit shoe to size on Reebok.com. However, for me personally, these did feel a little bit snug, especially around the toe, and I did go with my standard size, which is a 9.5 US, as I did with another Reebok Question Mid we did review on this channel, which was the Reebok Question Mid Respect My Shines. Those fit comfortably on my feet on a 9.5 US, but like I said, these fit a little bit snug on my toe. toe, and I think a large part of the reason why you might find these snug on your toes is because of the material choice, which is a really nice and soft, forgiving white leather that does mold to your toes when in the sneaker. And so these do feel a little snug. If you are balling in them, I feel like these will break in, and so maybe it is worth staying true to size because you will break these in. But for lifestyle wear, for me personally, I'd wish I did go up half a size so these fit a little bit more comfortable in its wear. But like I said, these are still a very comfortable sneaker, but I'd advise to go up half a size. Released on August 7th of 2020, this is a pair that retailed for 150 USD, and for us here in Canada, 210 Canadian. And I personally picked up my pair off of Reebok Canada's website, and these did sell out immediately on the day of their release. And so I've left a direct link in the description box below to StockX for you to check these sneakers out and potentially pick up a pair for yourself. But now is the part of the video where I make my case for whether you should shoot, hold, or pass on your shot at these sneakers, with shoot being picking these sneakers up at their current retail price, hold being potentially waiting for these sneakers to go on sale or another opportunity to pick these sneakers up, and pass being that these sneakers might not be for me or for you, but for somebody else. And when it comes to the Reebok Question Mid, Iverson and Harden, if you are a fan of the athletes involved in this collaboration or the teams that they represent, given that this is a very Houston Rockets themed and Philadelphia 76ers themed colorway, then I'd say you shoot your shot. However, for me personally, these are going to be a pass, and here's why. A part of the appeal of this sneaker for me personally was the storytelling. Aside from the fact that the Reebok Question Mid is a sneaker I grew up on, it is a sneaker I have personal attachment to. Allen Iverson was one of my favorite players growing up. Top 3, no doubt. I absolutely love what he did for the game on and off the court. But for me, the storytelling really was what this sneaker was about for me. When official images were released, the colorway definitely did pique my interest, but I was also interested in the materials on the sneaker, and there are some things that I absolutely love, especially the uppers. The leather quality on the sneaker is really, really nice, especially that white toe box. It should break in really nicely. It's soft, it's forgiving. The leather overall is really, really plush, but there are a couple of things that I am going to nitpick on as well on this sneaker, and notably in considering the leather on the uppers, especially down the shoe tongue. While I do appreciate a premium touch with having leather on the shoe tongue, it just doesn't allow a whole lot of air in and out of the sneaker. The standard shoe tongue on a Question Mid is normally mesh, and this is leather, and just looking at the rest of the sneaker, which is all leather, it doesn't allow for a lot of airflow in and out of the sneaker, and so your feet might get hot while wearing the sneaker, especially if you do intend on balling in these sneakers. And my second nitpick is actually the outsole, which is all white, and out of box, because I haven't wore these sneakers just yet, I can already tell that it is a little dirty out of box. It's a little browned out, maybe by just the dirt of like the cardboard or whatever in the production process of the sneaker caused a little bit of dirt already on that white outsole. My apprehension here is that it will get dirty with wear, and I would have rather have had, to be honest, a red translucent outsole or even a red solid rubber outsole. I think that would have looked absolutely fire to a red, black, and white sneaker. I do understand why they went ahead with the white so that it is flush from the midsole into the outsole, but other Question Mids have had translucent outsoles, and a red translucent outsole would have been just so fire and definitely would have had me swaying a little bit more towards keeping the sneaker. But for me personally, with those things considered, this is going to be a pass. It isn't a sneaker that I need particularly right now in my rotation, and I am actually going to wait it out for the Reebok Question Mid red toe OGs that are dropping on August 22nd. That is definitely a sneaker I'm really, really stoked on, again because of nostalgia as well as just the history behind that sneaker, particularly from Allen Iverson on court. And so while I definitely appreciate the execution, the materials, the storytelling on this sneaker, for me personally, these are going to be a pass, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is this a sneaker that is a shoot, hold, or pass for you guys? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'd love to connect with you guys there. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed today's review, and if you really liked it, I hope that you will subscribe and join the community here on this channel, because we've got a lot more sneaker videos that are on the way. But that's all for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, for your time and support of this channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.